Good afternoon. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about an ancient Asian massage technique known as fire cupping. Now, for those of you that don't know, fire cupping was created in Asia about 1,000 years ago. It's been known to aid with many chronic conditions as well as assist with other health issues. Some of the most notable are anxiety, muscle pain, arthritis, depression, acne. The technique of fire cupping is actually the placing of glass cups with heat to the skin to create suction. The suction is thought to help with muscle pain and anxiety by creating a deep tissue massage. It's also thought to help with circulation and skin by pulling out toxins from the skin through the pressure of the cup. Now, because we're working with fire, the first thing I'd like to do is talk a little bit about fire safety. First of all, if you don't know how to do this, please consult with someone that does in order to learn the technique the safest way possible. As you're doing it, always make sure you're using fire prevention and protection. I keep a fire extinguisher nearby. Make sure that the fire extinguisher you're using is safe to use on people in case you set someone on fire. I also use a table that's fire retardant. For personal protection, make sure you don't have any hanging clothing, that your hair is tied back. You'll note I don't have any sleeves. And my patient has short hair. If you have a patient with longer hair, tie it back. Maybe lay a damp towel over the back of the neck. Skin doesn't burn very easily. Hair burns really quickly. Whatever area of the body you're working on, you're going to want to make sure it's clean and dry and hair-free. The equipment you use for fire cupping, the first thing is you use cups. Now, these are not standard cups out of your juice glasses. These are actually fire cups. You'll notice they have a bell-shaped design with a smaller opening at the base and a wider flared bottom. You don't want to use just any cup because they have to be fire resistant. Just like some cups you can't put in your dishwasher, some cups you don't want to set on fire. They can crack, they can break, they'll get splinters, they'll break glass all over your patient. You don't want to do that. The next thing you use is called a baton. You can buy these online or you can make them yourself. Mine I've made myself, and it's actually just a wooden dowel wrapped in absorbent gauze. There's more than two, but the two techniques I'm going to talk about, there's a way to do it with two batons where you light one baton on fire and the other is absorbed with alcohol. You swipe it with the alcohol and then you light it with the baton. The technique I'm going to show you today, you actually use a candle lighter. It's a little bit safer because you don't have a big open flame like you do with the second baton technique. So the way you place the cups is what you're going to do is you take your cup after you've spoken to your patient and you find out what their goal is, what they're doing the cupping for, if it's for relaxation, if it's for muscle pain, where they want the cups. You also want to discuss with them that they do leave a mark. When you place the cup, it creates suction. Just like any other suction, it can leave a hickey-like mark on the back in the shape of the cup. If you leave it on too long, it can actually leave a bruise. The bruise can last anywhere from a couple days to a week. So speak to the person you're placing the cups on and find out what their goal is and how long they'd like the cups to stay. So I'm going to put one on to show you. What you do is you take the baton that's soaked with alcohol. It's about 70%. You can use up to 90% alcohol. You can't use anything below 70 or it won't hold. It'll release the suction. And you're going to roll the baton on the inside of the cup, being careful not to leak it on the exterior, otherwise you'll cause a fire. Then you're going to take your quick lighter, light your lighter, hold it fairly close to the skin. You're going to go ahead and light the inside of the cup and place it on the skin. And you're going to see it creates suction. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it actually pulls the skin into the cup and holds it firmly there. Now, I spoke to Sam, my patient, beforehand, and she's doing this for backache. So I'm going to place two on her shoulders. You want to make sure you light it and then set it. You want it to be hot enough to pull the skin, but I actually spoke to Sam beforehand and she doesn't like them too tight. So I'm lighting them twice to release the pressure just a little bit. You can light them immediately and then drop them down really fast. It'll create a deep suction, like a deep tissue massage. Some people don't like that, so you want to check with the person you're doing it on. So I'm going to do one more on her spine. Again, being careful not to create too much suction. And also not to get any alcohol on the exterior of the cup because it'll light the outside and you'll end up catching your hand on fire. And you want to speak to them, make sure that you leave the cups on the amount of time they want. Check in with your patient often to make sure they're comfortable. Samuel, you okay?
Yeah.
And also that there's no heat. You may not see it, especially if you're in a well-lit room. If you'll notice it's a little dark in here, it's so I can watch where the fire is and make sure that it's not too excessive. Now to remove the cups, what you're going to want to do, you don't want to just pull them because first of all, you may slip out of your hand, the cup may break, and it also creates a lot of pressure on the skin that can be unpleasant. So what you're going to do is hold the cup in one hand, place one finger next to the edge, press down gently on the skin, and you'll hear that like Tupperware pop, and then the cup will be released. So again, where you can see, I'm going to take my index finger and I'm just going to push gently on the skin. That's going to release the cup. And you don't want to press too hard. It's just a gentle pressure until you hear the Tupperware pop, and then it'll be released from the skin. Now I'm going to remove the excess alcohol from my patient's back. And that's how you perform the ancient Asian technique of fire cupping. This technique's been around for over 1,000 years because it's been known to increase the health and well-being of patients. If you're interested, there's other videos on YouTube, as well as certified massage professionals that can teach you more about this technique. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.